Hey, what's up, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to do some FiveM chains. This won't be the full process, but it'll get you guys started. The programs you're going to need, I'll try to link them into the bio and stuff, but these will be the programs you'll need. GIMP or Photoshop, Inkscape, Blender, and 3ds Max. All right. First, we're going to come into Inkscape. We're going to get us some PNGs of our name. We're going to do a name pendant, and we're going to do a charm. So, excuse me. We're going to go into GIMP first. My order got messed up. Okay, right, all right. So in GIMP or Photoshop. See, well, just go with GIMP. We'll just say we're going with GIMP because I believe the tools may vary. You have to use the stroke tool in Photoshop, and here we're just gonna grow the text pretty much. I'll explain it when I start doing it. So what you want to do is you want to come here, get your text tool, start texting. You're gonna do vamp life. Get it to a nice size you want. I like to line it up, get a good look at it, try to visualize where we're going with it, Okay, so all right. Now here's where I was saying, here's where it gets different from Photoshop. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna add a new layer. I'm gonna call it outline 1. And we're gonna add another one. I'm gonna call it outline 2. And we're gonna add 2 more, 3 and 4. And the final product, there will be 6 layers, but for this video here, I'm gonna do 4. Okay. So with our text selected right here, we're gonna right click on it. We're gonna hit alpha to selection. It's gonna give us these dashes around the lettering, right? We're gonna come down to our second layer, the layer we created, one of the layers we created. And then we're gonna hit select, right? When we hit select, we're gonna come down to grow. And then this will vary with your text and stuff like that. So you'll have to fill this out, but you wanna put a nice selection. You wanna get a nice outline around your text. So I'm gonna try 4. Sorry about that. I'm gonna try 4. And I'll grab my bucket tool. Make sure your outline, your other layer is selected. With the bucket tool, we're gonna grab a different paint color so we can see it. Now we have an outline. Now we're gonna go to outline 2. We're gonna go back to outline 1. Alpha to selection, we're gonna repeat those same steps pretty much. Select, grow. Now we'll grow that one by 8. Okay, wrong. We're supposed to grow that one by 4. Pardon me. that will make 8. Okay, sorry. I'm so used to using my freaking hotkeys in here. Okay, all right. Then we'll just put that in darker color. I like to put it in darker color so I can see what's going on. And then, okay, I'm not even gonna do life because it's pretty much the same process. So I'm gonna delete these, and then I'll just show you how to export it out of here and what to do in Inkscape. All right, so you want to delete this background. Well, you want to turn the eye off of the background, and you want to do each layer one at a time, right? Export as, export. Make sure you got something on your desktop where you will want to save everything. Try to have everything all organized and stuff. That'll make everything 10 times easier. This way you won't have to go clicking around everywhere. You'll just have to go to your desktop and find one folder with everything in it. So go to desktop. As I said, I already did this. So if you look here, we have a Vamp Life folder full of everything already. So you'll export it here under, so for here we have Vamp 1, right? Then you'll do layer 2, outline 2, Vamp 2, and outline 3, Vamp 3. And like I said, I did 4 layers for the actual one, so I have 4 layers. So you'll export each PNG, right? So after exporting each PNG, up over here on the right, and it's so simple here. You just apply it, and then you can just export this. What I like to do is I like to come up here to this tool, lower to bottom. I'll lower it, and I click on the original text file, and then I delete it. This way, when I export this, I don't get like a little bit of red from that prior one, you know. Uh, so then you have your SVG here. Now you want to export this. All right, come here, export. It'll pull you over here. Go to your folder where you have all your stuff. I would come here where all of the stuff is. Type it up, save it. It'll save as. And again, you'll do this with all of the PNGs that you took out of GIMP. And again, I am sorry for rushing through this. I mean, I'm sure most tutorials you're used to like them going through the whole chain. But in Blender, I'll do the whole chain. I'll do the 3 pieces. Right. So okay, in here, now we want to open up Blender. Actually, you know what? Okay, you guys can join my Discord, and I'll have this texture. I'll have this specific texture in there, and then you guys can grab this texture. And I have a bunch of other ones you can use and put together in GIMP. You can make your own little texture palette and use that. But I will provide this one that I use. So in Blender, you just want to clear our scene up. You can highlight everything and then just delete it. Then we'll come over here to import. And we'll come on down to our SVGs. And then within our SVGs, we'll come to, in our import folder, we'll come to our desktop, find our folder with our stuff in it, and then we'll start importing. So I'm gonna import life 1, life 2, and life 3. And we'll do vamp 2. I'm gonna do vamp because after I put it together, I'm gonna transition the video to where I left off on the other one because I have a saved file of the name pendant already. So I just want to put it together for you guys. And vamp 3. Okay. You can press A. A will select all of your everything in your scene collection. S will be your scale tool. G is your grab tool. So after I press A to select all of them, I'm going to press S to scale it up so I can get a better visual on it. Scale up a little more. Now what I'm going to do here is, okay, also here. You see this? This means that they're curves. And we can't really do much with curves, so we have to convert them into mesh. And I always have this little problem here. Here we go. Okay. And I'm going to convert them all to mesh. All right. Now we're going to take the material out of all of these guys and replace them with the material we're going to be using for the chain. This texture that I'm going to provide for you guys in the Discord. Now we're going to add modifiers to them. The modifiers, I was going to make them like bulky, you know. It's going to give us it's going to make our chain piece. It's going to make our piece a piece. See? We're going to solidify them. Okay, all right. If we get these pieces here, what I do for these, what I do for these usually, I just drop this offset to 0.1. Luckily, I remember to use my my regular numbers instead of my keypad, so I didn't get the switching screens. So yeah, we just hit 0.1 for all of them, just to have everything even on the same page. Even if they didn't have a thing, you know, I don't want to just drag that one up to fill it out. When I could just do it like that, I could have a value in there. Now, sometimes you'll have stuff like this. It happens. I believe it's a text problem. I could be wrong. I'm no expert. I just know what I'm doing here a little bit. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna grab both of these. I'm gonna bring them down a little bit. I'll bring them down a little more. So to grab multiple objects, you click one, you hold shift while you click on the other. That'll allow you to grab multiple objects at the same time. So, okay, all right. This is kind of how we want it to be. We're gonna guess it's kind of no point in me doing all of this right now because this is what you would do, you know. I don't know if you want your chain thick and juicy like this, right? So oh yeah, okay. So after you have your chain all set up, right, it looks all weird because the textures aren't done. Yeah. So then you click this up here. This is your viewport. Change your viewport. It'll allow you to look at it in different lighting and different with different materials and stuff. So we'll click this one, viewport shading. And in here, while we're in here, we're going to click on one layer. We'll do these one layer at a time. And then we'll click on UV editing in the top. After that, we'll click on this little picture. And this will bring us to our last use texture. Now, over here, we will press A to select all of the layer we were just on. I'm not positive of which layer we were just on. I think we were doing Vamp, the top layer of Vamp. So I'll just scroll this down and put this into here. Now, my top layer is set. Then we'll come to the second layer. All right. Go UV editing. Press A to select all. Then we'll press the U key, which will bring up UV mapping. I'm not positive if I said that the first time, but we'll press U to bring up UV mapping. Then we'll come down to cube projection, which will give us our image here. And then we'll just scale it, put it where we want it. Put it there for instance. And for this example, I'm not going to do life. I'm just going to do vamp, and then I'll transition over to the other one. So again, we'll go to the other layer, press A, select all. You actually get a better look at it this time. We'll press U, bring up our UV mapping, go to cube projection, A to select all, S to scale, and G is to grab. Go back to our layout, and there we have it. Okay. Now we have these lines here because I forgot to turn this modifier into a mesh. So it's not dire, but yeah. All right. So we'll just convert these to a mesh, and yeah, no, whoopie-doo, it didn't change. You just have to reset it, and nope, still didn't change. Let's see now, and nope, it still did not change. Oh, because I have to re-cube project it. I'm sometimes sometimes I need help too, you know? Everybody needs help sometimes, right? So we'll just don't forget to cube project it. If you forget to make it a path, if you forget to make it a mesh, don't forget to re-cube project it again, because then it'll stay with that weird texture. So just come back in here, press U again, cube projection, and just rescale it on back down. And then boom. All right. Cube projection, rescale. Good. Now we're going to come to here where we left off on the other one. All right. So after did I join these already? I did not. Good. Okay. Awesome. So after you set your textures, you pull your plates to how you want them. Maybe you want it thin, maybe you want it a thick boy, I don't know. Right? You will now let's add the piece. The pendant was a bitch to add. So fair warning.